What is going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to be doing a Speedroid deck profile. This is a fun deck, but without further ado, let's get into it. So I got this new support, which is Marble Machine. You run 3 Marble Machine. His effect in the pendulum scale is not so good, but what he does is if your opponent attacks a defense vision monster, it changes it to attack, and then it can't be destroyed by battle that turn. But then it has kind of a terror top effect, where if it's normal summoned, you can activate it and add a Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand, and it locks you into wind monsters, which is fine. But it's a really, really good card. It's level 2. Next card is Speedroid Rubber Band Plane. So if a monster is special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then it locks into wind monsters again. If this card is normally special summoned, you can target one face-up monster on the field, lose a 600 attack on the end of the turn. But like that, it's another special summon, and you get special summon level 5, so easy to go into clearing. Makes it easier to go into clearing. Then we have 2 Clock Wyvern. When it is normals or special summoned, you can half its attack and special summon a clock token that can be used, so it's a level 1, and it can be used as a synchro material, which is really nice, or a link monster, which I'll go over some of the links that we have as well. The next one is Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf. So when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token, machine type level 3. So basically what it does is, it's like these 2 cards are like a 1 card link. So that's what we use them for, as well as them being level 4s. The next card is Double Yo-Yo. So if he's normal summoned, you can target a level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in your graveyard and special summon. That's basically all he does. He's level 4, and it makes it easier to go into stuff like clearing, like I said before. Our level 7s are the main thing to go into. Then we have Horse Stilts. So when this card is normal summoned, they all have that effect. You can special summon 1 level 4 Speedroid monster from your hand, and during the main phase, if it was entered graveyard, you can banish the card from the graveyard, send 1 wind monster from your deck to graveyard. So it's like a foolish burial as well. So yeah, all of them have some sort of special thing, so it kind of spams it out, which is really, really good. Then we have the 1 Terror Top, because that's the way it is in the ban list. But basically, if you control a monster, you can special summon him and then add a Speedroid from your deck to your hand. And then we have Take Tomborg. So if you have a wind monster on the field, he can special summon himself, and then you can tribute him. Is it tribute him or whatever, and then special summon a tuner from the deck, so you can tuner out some of your tuners. The next one I'm actually running is 3 Den Daiko Duke, but I don't have 3, so I just put Oja Kid at them for the minute or whatever. But Den Daiko Duke is one of your main tuners. You can banish him from the graveyard and special summon a Speedroid monster from tuner monster from your hand or graveyard, except Daiko Duke. So you get to use red-eyed dice over and over. So like, you can special summon him with all the different stuff like Take Tomborg, and search him out with Marble Machine and stuff like that. Go into your level 7, and then you can also get rid of him, banish him, and then special summon your red-eyed dice and go into your Crystal Wing. Then Oja Kid, if you don't have a third one, Oja Kid is, if it's normal summon, you can target a tuner monster to give it and special summon it, but I recommend running the 3. Then we have the 2 Speedroid red-eyed dice. So what he does is, if he's normal or special summon, you can target a Speedroid monster you control and make it level from 1 to 6, so whatever you want, and that's what makes it easier. So you can make them all the level 4 is level 6, and he's level 1. You can go into clearing that way. So yeah. Then for our hand traps, we're running 3 Ash Blossom to stop your opponent from searching stuff. And then we're running their Monster Reborn. Basically just targets a Speedroid in the graveyard and special summons it, and then it has you can banish card from the graveyard and target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it's like a double Monster Reborn. And then for your opponent's hand traps, we have 3 Call by the Grave, which stops those. Then I run 2 Dark Ruler No More. You can run Impermanence if you have it, but this card negates your opponent's monster's effects on the field for the turn you use it. Then we have World Legacy Succession, which is, if you have a link monster, you can special from the graveyard a monster to the zone that link monster points to, like another Monster Reborn. The 1 instant fusion for the card I'll go over in the extra deck. 1 for 1 to search out red-eyed dice. And then an actual Monster Reborn to round off 40 cards, just to summon back some of your stuff, whatever you want to go into your synchro plays, or even summon back your synchros. So now the best part of the deck, let's go into the extra deck. So running 2 of High Speedroid Kite Drake, so he's level 8. He requires a machine type tuner, and then it's generic, and then if he's synchro summoned, you can either destroy all cards or negate all the cards on the field, which makes him a really strong card. And you don't need to synchro monster summon him, so he's a little bit easier than this guy, Crystal Wing. So Crystal Wing is still one of the strongest synchro monsters to date. He can negate a monster or an effect, and when he does, he gains attack equal to the monster's effect. And then also, if your opponent were to attack a special summon monster from the extra deck were to attack him, he gains half of that attack as well, so he's pretty much a beast. Then we have Borreload Savage Dragon, which is more negates as well, because you can take a link monster and have negates up to the link monster's rating. Then we have Clearing Fast Dragon, so if he's destroyed, he can go into the Pendulum Zone, and his monster effect is he can target a face-up monster your opponent controls it with special summon from the extra deck and change its attack to 0 and negate its effects, which is nice. And then in the Pendulum Zone, you can send a face-up Speedroid tuner and one face-up non-tuner you control to the graveyard whose total levels equals 7. Special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. So basically it's a forever level 7 when you can keep going and going and going, especially when he's in there. So that's really nice. Then we have the original Clearwing Synchro Dragon, so he can negate a monster's effect that is activated. It's level 5 or higher. Actually, we have 2 of him, alternate artwork and the original one, which is really cool. He's level 7, 2500 attack. Then we have F.A. Dawn Dragster, so you can only go into him when you're not locked into the wind monsters, but he negates spells and traps. Then High Speedroid Kendama, so you can special summon himself in the graveyard, and then you can inflict piercing damage, and you can banish a machine type monster to inflict 500 burn damage. And then we have Chanbara, Speedroid Chanbara, so his effect is he's level 5, and you can make a second attack during each battle phase, and he gains 200 attack. Gains 200 attack if this card is... Wait, so... at the start of the damage step, if this card battles, it gains 200 attack for nothing. And then if this card is sent to graveyard, you can target one of your banished Speedroid monsters and add it to your hand. That's really nice. And then we have the 2 link monsters, which are Rubber Band Shooter. And its effect is it requires 2 wind monsters. And during your main phase, you can immediately after effect resolves normal summon a wind monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for this turn except synchro monsters. Then you can banish 1 wind synchro monster from your extra deck, reveal 2 Speedroid monsters with different names from your deck whose levels total up the synchro monster, and randomly pick 1 to your hand and send either to the graveyard. So you can grab things like Den Daiko Duke, and a lot of people grab Yo-Yo. So you go, you banish one of your Clear Wings, and your Den Daiko Duke or something, and then you can get 1 or other 2. So if you get Daiko Duke from your graveyard, you can still special summon them with this double Yo-Yo. If you get double Yo-Yo to the graveyard, you can still use Daiko Duke with something else. Then we have Unicorn, just for added removal, but feel free to add whatever you want. And then because the deck spams, I have Boral Sword Dragon, but like I said, you can run whatever you want. You can run and a wind, whatever is there. And lastly, we have Invoked Rajin, which is what we use the Instant Fusion for. So basically, you activate Instant Fusion, summon him, activate his effect, put him in defense mode, and then Instant Fusion to destroy him. So he's a nice little 2400 defender, and he's level 5 wind, so he can be summoned even though you're locked into wind monsters. And that is it for the deck profile, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and good luck.